Well, good morning everyone, it's Green Link again, the same guy who played that Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge run yesterday on stream number 1. I'm here playing 2 more games. The first one is Contra Hardcore, the Japanese version. You will figure out why in a second. And the route is going to be going to a lab at one point and then surrendering during the betrayal segment. Okay, I'll be playing as Browny. He's pretty good. The first one I'm going to do is just do a lot of slides because not only is the fastest form of movement, but also you're temporarily invincible during those slides. Go! Time starts? Where's the timer? Is the time starting running? Oh, it is running. Okay, I'll just restart the time because I didn't have in the first stream we had a button and I push it to start. Yep. I do it when I get out of the car, but I say go and then you hit the button. That's the best way to do it. Apologies to that, viewers. Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump over the car, slide for momentum boost. Don't do that. Okay, that's good. I'll do it, doesn't matter. Missed the power up, but it's not too bad without it, because I'll be getting better guns soon. This is actually not the main weapon to use throughout the run, thankfully. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's almost the same amount of time as using the powered up version. That's something new I learned today. Double jump up there. So this bit's gonna be flashy, but more of a rainbow cycle of colors rather than your typical red and blue. So that's my warning for ya. But one of the biggest difference in Contra Hardcore compared to earlier titles is that there's a lot more bosses to take out. More like a Treasure's Gunstar Hero approach, or Alien Soldier. Okay, that's good. I'm going to hold the gun up here. The only downside of the basic gun compared to the powered up version is that you don't have that full circular movement, so it's just 8 directions. Okay, that's good. So I've got weapon C. This is Browny's 8th weapon. It deals ridiculous amount of damage. It's like 5 points per frame with the red part of the yo-yo, and 2 or 3 with the blue string part of the yo-yo. I'll go concentrate here. You can do a phase 2 skip, but it's not easy to pull off. Nah, I didn't get it. Normally you skip this part of the explosion sequence. There you go. So that's Dead-Eye Joe. He's gonna get away. Whilst he's getting away, a scientist tells you, like, we're in danger. So you got 2 decisions. Chase Dead-Eye Joe or go to lab. Going to a lab is my first decision. Once I've done my second decision later, it will impact the last set of stages. Because all the last stages are very different to one another. So like, oh, I'm going to be late. Don't worry, dude, I'm going to pick you up. This will be a piece of cake. Something like that. Okay, that's good. Another 3 more people. Oh, the one big thing I'm gonna miss out on is actually the jetpack dude coming right up. Not fun with this weapon. You're gonna miss that circular advantage. I'll try this one for now. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, okay, got away with it. That's not too bad. The powered up A weapon is usually really good for that one in particular, thanks to its circular movement. So this is yo-yo in action. So I'm going to do double jump to my left, right about now. There you go. Trust me, this weapon demolishes a lot of bosses in this run. Mayday, mayday, we go crash. Ah! Gonna do 4 slides here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Now a little conversation about the alien cells got taken away. A MacGuffin bot device. You don't want the bad guys to get it, but the good guys must protect it at all costs. Okay, that's fine. Gotta do some sliding here. Hang on. That's B. Checking got weapon A there, but no. I don't usually pick up more weapons again. Okay, now this bit, I'm holding it up on B on purpose. It should lock onto its head once it's vulnerable. But the garbage drops where it lands is RNG based. Okay, like that. There you go. There is a possible crash though, that if you have to destroy on the same frame the garbage blocks turn red, you can crash and freeze the game. So this is the hacker. We're going to find this hacker and say, what's going on? Where's the main bad guy, Bahamut? There's weapon A, that's what you want. See, this is the circular motion I was on about earlier. One there and one more here. Start sliding now. 1, 2, 3. Get that one, then do a time slide right around here. 1, 2, 3, slide. You're invincible during your slide, that's why I did it. Aim for its head. Massive damage. Now we're going to the base, right down here. Okay. Nice. Try and do it as late as possible so that the slide on its first damaging frame will actually let me go through it and minimize walking distance. This is the next boss. Okay, that's weapon A. There's going to be 2 more forms coming right up. Weapon B. Form B is not too bad. Form C is the most annoying one. So Form B is not too bad, because it just tends to hover around above me. Form C is like quite erratic. Like that. That's good, no damage. Okay, so that's not over yet. He will transform into blocks. And if I can do this momentum correctly, I can hover around its weak spots. That's it, that's more like it. Okay, didn't fully took advantage of that when it was vulnerable properly. But yeah, the tool sister speedruns get like perfect lock on where it's just at all times on the red square. Now if I was playing the Western version, I would have died there. And I would have lost my best weapon. Okay, so that's the end of that one. Now we're going to Bahamut stage next. The jungle. And this is actually one of the very few parts of the run where I won't be sliding all the time, because there's a lot of mutants at the very beginning. So I gotta just spray and pray. Like this. Here you go. This one's got dragonfly-like mutants. They remind me of dragonflies, they do. Okay. So this bit, there's a trick here I can do. I count up to 10 once it starts to reveal itself through the waterfall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, that's perfect lock on. There you go. Gonna slide up here. There's 6 like rolling shell like enemies. I actually have not let them live long enough to know what they actually look like. Further on, then the next 3 from the same locations. 4, 5, 6. If you slide on top of that dinosaur, it'll sneeze like a powerful projectile that actually one-hit kills you, even if you have full health. So for this boss, I'm using weapon B because one of the strangest reasons is that it actually deals more damage per second. And the boss will only die once it finishes one of his moves. There you go, that's not too bad. I'm going to die here on purpose so that I can just not regret later, because there will be a damage time saving trick in one of the boss fights later on in this same level. If you die with the smart bomb equipped, you do not lose any weapon at all, or the basic weapon area variant. So that's a big tip for you. Then I use a bomb right here. Oh, okay. I forced. That's alright. See, that's also one of the very few enemies to want to kill me as well. Not the end of the world. I've got enough lives, and the Japanese version actually gives you infinite continues. But from this point onwards, if I die with weapon C equipped and lose it, I cannot get it again based on the route I'm going through. So this boss fight has a lot of downtime. I do mean a lot of downtime. Like I'm doing this, look, that's new damage. And based on the route, if you check out Deadeye Joe first, he will not come out from that machine when you fight against him in this stage. Because earlier I said I went to the laboratory or the to save the scientists, or to take out Deadeye Joe earlier, but I went to the lab first. So for categories, there's like three of them. There's the West American version, the European version, and the Japanese version. Japanese version is the easier one to try out first of all if you've never played this game before. You've got 3 HP, which is one of the biggest difference. Slightly faster text, because it's Japanese text. So like if you make a mistake, you still got 2 more hits. And you can even do some intentional deaths, just so that if you did take damage later on, you won't lose your ace weapons. The American version obviously has 1 HP, just to be as purist like the old school Contras earlier, but also to counter the rental market, because you could just rent. If imagine the easier Japanese version was easier to rent, you could just be in 1 or 2 settings maybe, depending on how much time you have to play the game during the weekend, let's say. But if you have it just 1 HP, it will take a much. You need to play the game a lot more just to get to at least one of the endings. The European version, known as Protector, not only has a lot of censorships because it replaces most humans into robots, including Fang of all things, but censored some of the cutscenes have way less lines. Look at this, that's Knuckles there. So this is now Contra Hardcore and Knuckles. See that? Running around at the speed of sound. So yeah, the cutscenes in the European censored version is notably shorter. That if you end up playing the game at 60 Hz, because technically the European version was meant to be optimized for 60 Hz gameplay, it could theoretically have a run faster than the Japanese version, depending on the route and how much cut content the European version has. Because I know for sure for this route I'm going through, there's like much shorter cutscenes for the trap cutscene coming right up, and when the lab Santos gets betrayed by the main villain. So the last part of the fight, I'm using this weapon because it doesn't bounce the enemy back and forth like a rubber band effect. And I'm going to drop up from the ceiling in a second to do a little trick. There you go. There you go. If I took hit whilst on the ceiling, I would freeze and wouldn't be able to fire for like a quarter of a second. But by letting go, then taking a hit and re-grabbing the ceiling due to damage boost, I can fire again a lot sooner. Alright, so this is the betrayal cutscene, where the lab scientist is like, sorry dude, I'm actually a bad guy. Look at that. Turns out I was the imposter all the time if this was Among Us. So then now he walks up, now he decides, do you fight back or surrender? I'll go with surrender. They will take me to the train stage. Now the train stage was actually reused in the GBA version of Contra 3, known as Contra Advance. The problem is that Contra Advance, aka Contra 3, did not have slides, so there's loads of things that was not meant to be designed in a Contra 3 style game. I'm going to use this weapon just to be safe. Cool. And also, Contra Advance, the GBA version of Contra 3, only allows you to have 1 weapon. No smart bombs. It's really bare bones. I check out the right one first because the left one who is on the ground will slide across. If we leave the right one surviving, it will hop around like a bunny rabbit. So this bit, I'm going to kill enemies to reduce possible lag. If you have too many bikers surviving on the ground, it will slow the game down. There you go. So I go to... This is a baiting fight. Bait the enemy to fire this weak spot. 1, 2, 3. Now here comes the best track moment of the game, period. I stood right there so that when the auto walks, he will stop at the exact spot. Guitar solo. Now, even though it's flashing, it actually is not taking any damage. So I take damage once it's on the train. So I got do a little strategy here. Die at a certain time so I can go underneath its legs to deal major damage. 2, 4, 5. Okay, die on the 5th one as late as possible. Equip my 8th weapon, weapon C. Do this. There you go. Also near to the right, so this death sequence is a little bit shorter too. And look at this. Right in the nuts. Rip. Okay, now this is the last level Contra Tub, which is also used in GBA version, but guess what? Because this level is designed with slide in mind, the GBA version for Contra 3 playing this state is awful. Got the smart bomb, go play this one. There you go. So here comes Deadeye Joe for one last time. This is the final showdown. He gave me a gun earlier at train level because he says, like, I don't want you to go out like this. I want to go out with, you know, die with honor. Die! Says Deadeye Joe. Okay, here it goes. Mash in. Okay, 1 down. Use a bomb to take out 2 and 3. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Dodged that one. You can one-cycle that part, but it's very hard. Now, Battlemount comes in, it's like, Deadeye Joe, you're just awful. I'm gonna kill you myself. Bam. And I'm gonna do loads of slides here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, hopefully, if the seed is right, I can just hold B to do major damage to this boss crying out up. He betrays the scientist now. Gave him the alien cell part. Oh, this is not good. That's bad luck. You can deal a little damage earlier. Well, yeah. Okay, that's alright. You can sometimes kill the spider before, well, as it's about to fire the spider web. It's final boss time, 3 phases. Gonna be a lot of concentration here. If I can time this right, you can skip second attack, but it's very hard to do. Oh, I didn't get it. This is the part you can skip if you dealt enough damage, but it's a very hard trick to do. Now he has a headache. I'm changing into this monstrosity. Now, more seizures coming out up, again rainbow coloured, like that. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, I did enough, nice. It will do another attack, which is a big time waster. Okay, get ready on time, I say. Time. Wow, not bad time. Not bad time. I think my best is like 17 minutes, 40 something seconds. I haven't really checked my YouTube channel for a while to see what my best time is. But yeah, thank you very much for allowing me to perform this run. I'll be back again later around 90 minutes time for As a Striker Gunvolt 3 to complete my trilogy of playing Gunvolt games in the marathon. I did one back in 2016 for AGDQ, 2018 winter time for Gunvolt 2, and now I'm finishing up with Gunvolt 3 in very shortly. Well, not now. I think after 2 more games, Sonic 3 and Game Gear Mega Man, then I'll be back. Thank you very much all for watching. Stay tuned for more awesome speed gaming.